Hi, this is Joe Manuel of the New York Hitting Academy here in New York City in Harlem. We've done some videos on great hitters such as Robinson Cano, Mike Trout, George Brett, Mickey Mantle, Willie Mays, and Dustin Pedroia. Today we're going to do something a little bit different, but in the same vein. We're going to watch the mechanics of what I think is the best hitter in baseball today, Mr. Miguel Cabrera of the Detroit Tigers. And we're just going to go through what he does and how he does it, and really what makes him stand out as a hitter, and really what makes him operate at such a high standard of success in baseball. So let's look at his first movement. We see what the red dot is. He's going to use that as a point of going to the ball negative and going to his positive, and then he's going to really go towards the ball really good. Now he's able to stay within the strike zone a really long time because of his great weight distribution and the way he really rotates towards the baseball. As you can see, the arrows are at his low hip, and you can see his weight transfer really explodes really nice, and he allows the power, the body to really go forward, and he has a good negative movement, and he goes right to the positive. Now he has a twofold process, which is getting his momentum on his front side going through. And it's a timing mechanism that he's using, that he's timing the pitching really good, and he's also good at probably staying back on a curveball. And he's not allowing the body to transfer forward, and he's staying really good and compact on the backside. Really good salad right there. Now another thing I want to show you that he does well is pay attention to his upper body. Specifically right into his area where the circle is. Look at his elbow. His elbow is working upward behind him as he starts to stride. And this is something that most hitters do that hit with power. As you can see, he's going to leave his hands right there. Hands stay right in that circle. Really stays back. So even if he's throwing a curveball or whatever, he can really adjust to it. And he's getting his elbow up and behind him. Now you see his elbows up, and you see how his elbows move right behind him. Now I want you look at this as well. See the angles where his chest is and his waist. His waist and his chest are pretty much parallel to the pitcher. Now what he does really well is he really starts his stride, and he transfers his weight forward, and he's getting that toe touchdown, and he's transferred that weight really well. But he's moved his upper body right towards shoulder to shoulder, and he's kept that head still locked in a nice position to really hit the ball really hard. And this is going to allow him to have resistance and separation and torque and power to get to the ball and through the baseball. And you see this in most guys who really are really good hitters. Robinson Cano's, the Dustin Pedroias, the Derek Jeters in some aspects. And you see his chest is pointing more towards second base. And if you're a lefty, you're going to be pointing more to shortstop. And when they do this, the toe touch goes down. His chest is pointing towards the pitcher, but his torque is going to go towards the pitcher, which is really going to get him to explode through the ball really good once he gets that foot down. And then you notice where his hands are? And it stays in the strike zone a really long time. That's staying inside of the baseball a really nice long time. And as he rotates, his hands are staying really close into his hip. It means his hands is not dropping down. He's driving right through very nicely through the zone. And you see how long he's staying right through there? and he's not disconnected. He's right through the baseball. And when you disconnect yourself from the baseball, disconnect yourself from the body, it makes the bat go out of the strike zone and a little bit longer. But he's staying right inside the baseball, and he's got his foot planted down, and he's going to really, really explode towards the baseball. And you see right there how he's just staying really in the ball, really nice and long. And you see his head and the back where the red line is, how the bat it's going to flare through. Look how that strong front shoulder, strong front elbow, and he's keeping his hips and his hands are really close to the body. So his hands don't drop at all, and his hands don't drop, and he has good resistance, and that's going to give him a really strong swing through the baseball, as well as him really exploding through the ball. Now let's look at something else he does nicely. Look at his elbow right there. Now I'm going to draw an arrow, and I want you to look at his elbow work. Now focus right there. As he starts to swing, his elbow moves up just a little bit, and his bat lags just a little bit. And he does that very nicely. The elbows will move slightly up, and the bat goes through the strike zone, and it's right there. Right, nice, compact swing, and he comes through really, really beautifully and nicely. And his mechanics are just right on money in everything he does with his swing. His upper body is working great with his lower body. His torque is phenomenal. He's staying inside the baseball. His big muscles are really working well together. As you can see, he's rotating right through the baseball. See the purpose of getting that heel down? So he can work up, where it allows him to drop the bat right through the zone. And right there, as he continues to work up with that front elbow, and it's like a 10-degree upward swing, not downward but upward swing. Beautiful extensions going through the baseball, beautiful mechanics, and this should really help hitters in what they're doing and how they're doing. Miguel Cabrera, one of the best hitters on earth, and if not the best hitter in Major League Baseball.